didn't expect to randomly see you at this festival. I was waving at you in the crowd, but you didn't see me. And when I noticed you slipped away from the stage area, I followed you to your tent. I thought you might have gone to change into warmer clothes, since it's a bit breezy today, so I waited. And, well, you haven't come out. Is everything okay? Oh, I see. That must feel really tough, being here all alone, especially when you were expecting to be with a friend. Festivals can be overwhelming, even with company. Do you know why they bailed on you? Hey, it's okay. Shh. It's alright to feel that way. These things happen. But it doesn't make it any less disappointing, right? But you know what? You're not alone now. I'm here. Do you want a hug? Scoot over. I'm coming in and you're gonna get the biggest, most fluffiest hug you never knew you needed. There. Isn't that much better? How about we just sit here for a little bit? The festival can wait. It's more important that you feel comfortable. We can chat or just enjoy the quiet music in the distance, whatever you need. Sometimes a little break from all the noise and the crowd can do wonders. The day was long and exciting enough. It's okay to enjoy some time away from the people. Let's take it one step at a time. No pressure to dive back into the festival if you're not up for it. We can hang out here, maybe share some stories, or I can tell you about some of my favorite moments from festivals past. And hey, if you feel up for it later, maybe we can venture out together. Sometimes having a friend by your side makes all the difference. But for now, let's just relax and enjoy the music in the distance, away from the crowd. Wow, look at that sunset. Isn't it beautiful? The colors are amazing. And listen, the last band is playing their final song. It's like a perfect ending to the day, isn't it? It's getting a bit chilly though, don't you think? Nights can be surprisingly cool after a sunny day. Speaking of that, I can see you're shivering. It's okay. I can hop outside really quick, so you can change into something more warm and comfortable. Oh no. You forgot to bring warm clothes because it was so warm. You poor silly thing. It can be scorching hot during the days, but the dry ground on this flat field can barely retain any heat. It gets surprisingly cold. But don't you worry. I made that same mistake once. We all did. I have an idea. Let's go to my tent. I've got a warm, cozy blanket there, and it'll be much better and more comfortable than sitting out here in the cold. Plus, it's a nice quiet spot away from all of the festival noise. It's just a short walk from here. You know, there's something special to me about festivals at night. The lights, distant music, the ambient noises of the crickets. But it's also nice to find a quiet corner away from all of the buzz. So I set my tent over there, where the forest begins. It's right at the edge of the festival grounds, and nobody knows that behind those bushes there's actually a little spot that's still within the fenced-in area. It's really nice, it's really quiet, and it's really private. My tent is the only one there. My secret little fox den, you could say. Here we are. Make yourself at home. This blanket is super warm and comfy. I always bring it to festivals. It's like a little piece of home, you know. I also have some hot tea in my thermos. Would you like some? You do? Okay, open wide. I'm kidding, don't worry. I have some mugs. Here you go. Now, let me get that blanket over you. There isn't that much better. It's amazing how a cozy blanket can make such a difference. Now, tell me, have you ever been to a festival like this before? You look like a first-timer. No offense. Oh, that's so cool that I can be with you on your first festival. You know, every festival has its own unique vibe and memories. Here's a little story from one I went to last year. It was actually the first festival I ever visited, and I was totally unprepared. Even more unprepared than you. I didn't have food. I did not bring water. I did not have a sleeping bag, and I actually didn't even have a blanket. I only had a tent. I had a thin yoga mat. I had my phone, and I had a charger with no way to use it. So, I slept on the ground for 4 days. I drank apple cider I mooched from a friend, pretty much exclusively, and I only ate hot dogs I bought from the little money I had with me. The music only stopped at 3 a.m. every morning, and my tent was directly next to one of the stages. And at that festival, the attendance was so high, you could not move your tent. If you had given up your spot to move your tent, it would literally only take seconds before somebody else would take your spot. And you would probably not find a new one, and you had nowhere to set up your camp. So I had to stay there. So the music only stopped at 3 a.m. My tent was directly next to one of the stages. I couldn't move it. And at 8 a.m. every morning, the kid in my neighbor's RV started to cry. Every day at that time. I've never been so happy to sleep in my own bed before. But it was a lot of fun. I've met some really interesting people. I've danced to some great music, and honestly, I would do it again the same way, no doubt. It was a lot of fun. You know, it's funny. It's really funny how experiences like that can be so tough in the moment, but they turn into really great stories later. It's all about the people we meet, the memories we make. That's what life in general is about, isn't it? Finding those moments, those memories, those people that can make everything else just a little bit brighter. It's moments like this one that really stand out, you know, when everything else fades away and it's just a simple, genuine conversation. It's rare and kind of beautiful, isn't it? I've always believed that the best connections are the unexpected ones, like this right now. We didn't plan for this evening to go out this way, but here we are, sharing stories, sharing warmth. There's just something really comfy about that. I guess life has its own way of surprising us, of bringing people into our lives when we least expect it, but maybe when we need it the most. You know, being here with you, sharing stories and sharing my tea, it's kind of special. Sometimes I feel like I'm just wandering, looking for a connection, for a moment of genuine understanding with someone. But I don't usually open up like this. It's nice to have someone who listens and understands and who doesn't judge me for the words I say or for showing emotions. I'm really glad we could spend this time together, away from all of the noise and chaos. It's been more than I expected, but in the best way. Thank you for being here, for sharing this moment with me. It means a lot. It really does. Sorry, I got carried away there. It's a bit chilly, isn't it? Would you mind if we got a bit closer? You know, it might help keep us both warm. They say sharing body warmth is the best way to fight the cold. I guess we're about to find out if that's true. That's better. Doesn't my soft fur feel so nice? It's funny, isn't it? Two friends huddled under a blanket for warmth. If anyone saw us now, they might get the wrong idea. Or the right one, depending on how you look at it. Oh my god, you're so red. That's so adorable. How can you be so cute? Okay, I'll stop. I don't want you to melt into a flustered little puddle. I didn't overstep any boundaries, did I? What I said was kind of fruity, and, you know, if that wasn't okay, then... I see how it is. No objections there, huh? Well, I must admit, this isn't the worst way to spend an evening. You're pretty good at this whole keeping warm thing. I'm starting to think you left your warm clothes at home on purpose just to find an excuse to cuddle. Yes, this is cuddling, silly head. This stopped being just keeping warm when you started to stroke the fur on my back. Don't think I didn't notice. I can't blame you though. It's so soft and so fluffy. What? You didn't even notice doing that? Oh my god, that's so cute. Hey, don't stop. That felt so nice. I demand more touchies. Yeah, that feels so good. Hey, Can I ask you something? Oh, I wanted to do that for such a long time. I hope that was okay. I guess that answers my question. How surprisingly bold of such a cute and shy guy like you. Not that I would complain. So, would you like to stay the night with me? I can tell you're still cold. You got goosebumps all over your arms. I have a large sleeping bag, easily big enough for the two of us. You could snuggle up in your own warm, soft, fuzzy piece of heaven. You do? Pause 'em. Take off your clothes. Trust me, it's much warmer that way. Hey, I'm not being lewd. Fur is keeping you warmer with direct contact. It's a real thing, you can Google it. Besides, if you don't mind, I can feel you poking